had a little surprise this past week with Taylor Swift. I have to ask, how did you stay so composed when she just walked in? I mean, you just kept singing, you didn't miss a note. I'm like, how did you handle that?
Oh, I didn't see her yet. The break, when I stopped, that's when I noticed.
Okay. Because it looked like you saw her and you were just still singing fine. And I'm like, you are handling this very, very, very well.
It's all kind of a blur. I think I go to a different zone when I sing, so by the time I recognized fully what was happening, then you can see it start to fall apart.
Yeah. And what kind of pressures, I mean, aside from, knowing that she knew that you were doing her song, what kind of pressures did having her in that actual room and hearing you do that bring to you?
At that stage of the rehearsal process, it's still early on.
Right.
So I was like, man, there's so much more stuff I wish I had worked out. But crazy story is, when she came in, I got this and after she was like, yeah, perform it, I'd love to hear you do it. I got this crazy adrenaline rush, and a lot of the riffs and stuff that I came up with for tonight were generated on the spot for that. Like, it was like that energy of like, I'm performing it for her, and that generated that, so I was able to bring it to tonight. So she helped me out by being there to create the performance.
And what was it like being in the room after you finished that song tonight? Because the audience, as Carson noted, was going crazy for you.
It was awesome. The audience is incredible. People have been very supportive, and I really, really appreciate it. And I'm really honored to be singing here, and really glad I was here this week.
Yeah. Well, you did have 2 solo songs this week. So what was it like to try to balance doing both of those songs and giving your all to 2 different performances, 2 very different songs?
Yeah, I'm used to singing one a week, and kind of the way it works for me is I'll start to see my life through the lens of one of them, or like apply it, just try to learn more about myself through it, or more about my surroundings. To have 2 was interesting because I was a little like split between. They weren't fully linked, and it made it difficult for me. But I think if I am able to stay and if I keep having that challenge, I'll learn how to incorporate it so it's a little more fluid. But it was a split, like this is this song, that's that song. But yeah.
A little less pressure for you this week now that only one person's going home, or is the pressure just still always there?
It's worse, because if you go home, then you don't have a friend to go home with.
Oh, that's a good point.
You're all alone. You're the one that goes home. I was like, okay, well, that's all right. Good enough.